What's good? I hope you're having a phenomenal 3rd of July. Just got back in town from Mexico and sat down to catch up on a little work, working for about 3 hours today, and was going to do Fast Five, which is something that I typically do for people that care about business stuff. But I'm doing live today because I'm actually going to do a Fast Five that I'm going to call the Tao of Kevin. And these are going to be things that I carry around in my metaphorical tool belt, my mental tool belt, things that help me that I often share with others in mentorship, parenthood, a variety of different formats. And so my hope is that some of these things will be helpful for you. None of them are original. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I can even, we will give credit where credit is due. And almost all of these are from an author that I have picked up. It resonated with me. And so I'm carrying it with me. And I just thought of another one. Cool. All right, here we go. So these are little things, sound bites that you can use in your life that I feel like may be helpful in certain scenarios. My first one is done is better than perfect. And I always put done greater than perfect. Sometimes perfection matters. If you're a surgeon, if you're a pilot, if you are a an engineer, perfect matters because lives are on the line. But if you're an entrepreneur who's building something, a lot of times done is better than perfect. Why do I say that? Perfectionism can be the enemy, the absolute enemy to somebody who's trying to build something. Okay. And the chances of you getting it perfect the first time, the second time are actually about zero. You eventually have to ship your work. You have to put your work out into the world. And when you put your work out into the world, then you get, feedback hey, Bill, good to see you. So done is better than perfect. That's one of my first ones from the Tao of Kevin. Next one. I just picked this up and have been carrying it around in my head. It's from David Goggins. He said something about going to war with yourself, and it freaking resonated with me because I needed to change some things in my life, mostly on the physical side. Since I had surgery and recovery and everything, I hadn't been able to do martial arts for 18 months. I wasn't happy with where I was physically. And I saw this quote, and what I've been saying in my head is normalize going to war with yourself. Now, what does that mean? It means that sometimes the whole self love thing means you got to be a little bit hard on yourself. You can't coddle yourself. And so for me, I use a data driven approach to normalize going to war with myself. So I just got back from an all inclusive resort. I I tried really, really hard to manage my nutrition while I was there. I logged everything. I ate really well. I only gained 1 pound. I was really happy with that. And the whole time, I was kind of going to war with myself. Every single meal, I had a choice to make. Did I want to go indulge at the dessert side, or did I want to eat the nutritious egg white omelet that I had somebody make for me that I could see what was going in it? What is it? And so I am here to say that every once in a while, you're the seasons where you do have to go to war with yourself. You've got to make some aggressive change, and that aggressive change sometimes can look hostile. Like if people could read the words that I was saying, like to myself inside my head, probably would think that I wasn't being very nice to myself. But it's a tactic that I'm using temporarily to force myself to change. Hell yes or no? That's the third one from the Tao of Kevin. This came from Derek Sivers. He founded a internet 1.0 business called CD Baby. He has a book called Everything You Want. It's highly recommended. It takes you 60 minutes to read. And the filter is when somebody gives you an opportunity or asks something of you. So, Bill, you're my only watcher today, right now. If you said, "Hey, Kevin, I want to have lunch with you in 60 days," for me, that's a hell yes. I love Bill. I think he's a great dude. That's a hell yes. And then when that week comes up in 59 days, and I look ahead and I said yes to Bill, it's still a hell yes for me. And that's a pretty good filter. Now, we can't do hell yes or no on everything. Like, you can't just do hell yes or no on parenting or a very variety of other things. But when it relates to things that are your choices, particularly as it relates to business or fun things that you want to do outside of work, like, think about that. In 60 days, when that time comes, is that still going to be a hell yes? Yes or no? And if it's a no, then or if it's a meh or maybe or whatever, then it's probably a no. that visceral feeling. You want to make commitments to do things that you really, really light you up. Okay. The next one, this is from Dan Sullivan. Dan Sullivan is strategic coach. He's got some phenomenal just coaching and mentorship for business owners, and he has a book that I'm going to save you from reading. Scott King, good to see you. This is going to be a good lesson for you on the Tao of Kevin, which is living in the gap. The book is called The Gap or the Gain, and the very, very simple concept. So a lot of times, particularly entrepreneurs, particularly the social media driven world, right? You will look around and you'll see people that are killing it and that are further ahead of you. And you'll be like, wow, look at them. And I don't have what they have yet. And it could be personally too. Let's just say, I use this with my children from a parenting perspective. Hey, I want a new e-bike because my buddies have this e-bike and I really want this e-bike. But you have this amazing electric scooter that you just saved and bought, and it's awesome. So you are living in the gap, meaning you're looking at what you don't have and you're not being appreciative versus looking at the e-scooter that you have and comparing it to maybe the piece of junk scooter, kick scooter you used to have and being like, wow, I have this amazing e-scooter. That would be looking at the gain, what you've gained, and being appreciative for it. And so I always use living in the gap as a way to tell people, hey, be appreciative for what you have. Really, that's what it's all about. The next one, be remarkable. Really, I picked this up from Seth Godin probably back in the early 2000s. He had a book called Purple Cow, and it's all about building remarkable products and services. But I was like, what are we doing? Is it remarkable? You know, this ball this ball from Sandlot Goods. So I'm a staunch supporter of these guys. This is remarkable. They're a remarkable company. They make remarkable products, right? They don't make just things that you buy once, throw away at Walmart or whatever. So can you build something that's remarkable? A purple cow, it's unique. People talk about it. Somebody grabs it on a Facebook Live and gives a shout out. Um, why choose mediocrity? You know, we got one life to live. And then the last one, this is from my buddy, my mindset coach, my business partner in Nicaragua, Jose Bolaños. If we can name it, we can tame it. If we can put a label on something, we can do it. We can do things with it. We can manage it. We can figure out how to improve it. We can augment it. But if something's ambiguous and we don't have a label for it, it is really, really challenging to figure out how to manage that. As a matter of fact, it's probably almost impossible to figure out how to manage that. And so if you can name it, you can tame it. Put a label on it. Once you got a label on it, you can do stuff with it. So there you are. There you are. These are a couple things that I carry around with me in my metaphorical tool belt. I'll pull them out. I'll say them to myself. And so therefore, this has become the Tao of Kevin. Things that help me, that I use, little sound bites that I hope that you can maybe use one or two to improve your life or catch a wave and ride it further. So there you go. Have a phenomenal Independence Day. Be safe. Hang out with the people that you love and care about. And yeah, have a great day.